Hey guys, welcome to your Twin Flame collective reading. So let's see what sort of energies the collective is dealing with and will be dealing with. Let's see what's going on for the collective. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck we do have the Empress. So that's an interesting combination. Let's see the clarifiers before we dive in any deeper. Let's see the clarifiers before we dive in any deeper. Okay. 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 And on the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Pentacles. All right. So as I was shuffling the cards, I was hearing in the background a song. I'm not sure about the title or the artist, but there's a section in the song that goes, let's talk about it, let's talk about it. It's like a trappy, housey sort of. So I guess the main message of, regarding that song is the let's talk about it part. And by looking at the cards, it's kind of clear why we're getting that. So I will say this. For the top of the part of the collective that I'm tapping into right now, it's clearly been a struggle to deal with. It could have been your twin flame journey, it could have been your twin flame relationship, but for some of you it has been a struggle to deal with life in general, decisions, situations. It feels like someone who's on a merry-go-round that keeps going around and around and around. It at some point that's fun, that's exciting, that's exhilarating, that's entertaining and all of that, but at some point it gets dizzying, right? Because it keeps going around and around and around, right? So that's the feeling I'm getting of someone who is on this merry-go-round and it keeps going around. So there's this feeling of, I want to step away, I want to step back, I want to sit still and just find a moment of peace, a moment of balance within myself, within the situation. So this is a feeling of being overwhelmed a lot. And in some of the couples I'm connecting to right now, there has been some analysis paralysis and some issues with decision making. It could have been regarding your life as a couple, as a twin flame couple, but it could very well be regarding each of your lives on the day-to-day. So there's a feeling of being overwhelmed, too much information, too many decisions, too much guesswork about it, feeling uncomfortable with not knowing where I'm going, what's happening, what I'm doing there, what can I expect in the situation, or things not matching up to those expectations or to those plans, to those preparations. There's a feeling of overwhelm, okay? And There's also a feeling of solitude. There has been a feeling of solitude for many of you. I feel like if you have connected to your twin, if you're part of this collective and you have connected to your twin energetically or in the 3D, yes, you could have interacted. Yes, you could have been even in some sort of a relationship. Could have been a friendship that didn't get to the stage of a romantic connection yet. Or there was some sort of a passion, of a crush, of a shorter term sort of situation, and then a split. Or even if the relationship is ongoing, there's something of a delay, of a slower pace to it. There's something that's slower to move, because Spirit is actually giving me the mental image of a steam train. It's a steam train, I know for a fact. So I would say it's something that moves, but it moves slower perhaps than, you know, the technology that we have nowadays. So it's moving, but at great cost and with great effort, and not quite as quickly as perhaps we would expect it to in our modern day, right? So in some of these situations I'm connecting to right now, there have been material issues as well, which of course do not impact your twin flame relationship directly or your twin flame journey directly, but you are leading a 3D experience while you are in the 3D, and you need money to lead that 3D experience. So it's just a necessity of life, right? It's not the point of life, it's not the goal of life, but it is a necessity of life, right? So there's a feeling of someone struggling with funds, struggling with payments, struggling with mortgages, rents, car payments, that sort of thing. And there's this quite overwhelming, smothering feeling of running out of ideas, running out of options, going on day to day, week to week, just struggling. There's a lot of energy of struggling, and my heart goes out to you, because there's this feeling of struggling and this feeling of being alone, being abandoned, being on your own, not receiving help, not asking for help either, trying to manage things on your own, kind of refusing to share some of the responsibilities or some of these hardships, refusing to involve your near and dear ones into your difficult or strained sort of situation. Whew, that's heavy. Okay. Whew, I'm getting the chills. Okay, so that's very heavy. Okay, my heart goes out to you, really. But all of that is actually leading you towards a point when you will be prepared, you will be ready, you will be open to the idea of talking about it, asking for help, making some inspired decisions, making some intuitive calls. So there's a moment where this moment I'm trying to micromanage everything with my mind. I'm trying to put order into things again and again. It just doesn't seem to be working. And then there's a moment when it's like everything, like the power goes off. So there's a power outage, right? Everything goes off, and then in that moment of silence and quietness and just a pause, a mental pause, and then there's a glimmer of light. Your inspiration, your intuition, there's a glimmer of life, like a firefly in the night. And suddenly there's a direction, there's a sense of moving, going somewhere, doing something, getting some support, getting some help, and just finally getting over a very gloomy sort of situation, a very, I'm hearing desolate place, okay? Getting out of a desolate place. And the good news is that actually by making this decision to follow that intuition, you are making great progress towards your twin flame. You are making great progress towards the true nature of your blueprint, of your twin flame relationship blueprint. There's progress towards finally embracing, celebrating, and experiencing that level of twin flame love. So if this has been a time apart, if this has been a segment of separation, if this has been a breakup, if this has been you not connecting to your twin in the 3D, all of that, it comes to a head. There's something, it feels kind of major, to be honest, but when you're in this overwhelmed state of heart and mind and soul, and something, pretty much anything significant happens, it feels major anyway, because you are in a inflamed sort of state of mind and heart and body, right, and spirit. So anything that happens has a lot of impact. But whatever happens, you are going in the right direction, you are making the right decision, and you are actually making progress towards connecting on a deeper level with your twin flame, connecting on a deeper level first and foremost with yourself. Because here there's a segment of not trusting your flame soul, not following your flame intuition, not stepping into your flame journey for you and or your divine counterpart, right? Your connection, in a sense, has been stalled, has been parked. That's the word the Spirit is giving me. So it's like the connection has been parked for a while, and then in the shadow, the deepest, darkest night, right? All around shadows, and then suddenly there's a light that's calling to me, like a lighthouse in the night, right? It's calling to me, it's like a beacon, and then I'm finally moving. So that's an interesting energy here. So let's see your advice from Spirit in this situation. Let's see what's your advice from Spirit. Go with the flow. And on the bottom of the deck we have throat chakra. Interesting. I keep getting this feeling of someone who needs to open up, someone who needs to share their burdens, someone who needs to share their worries, someone who, in some cases, you will really benefit from going to therapy for a while. It would help you express yourself more, or give voice to your thoughts, to your fears, to your concerns. There's a large segment of this collective that is somehow blocked at the throat chakra level. Okay, so if you could do some throat chakra cleansings and meditations and smudging and all of that, it would be awesome. Get some healing as well if you can. So pretty much clearly your advice from Spirit here is to go with the flow, because you are going to receive that divine intervention. You are going to receive that moment of the power outage, right? That's divine intervention coming in and sort of putting everything else into a quiet mode, and then your intuition sparks to life. And if you go with the flow of your true authentic self, you are going to connect to that next phase, to that next step, to that next level of yourself, of connecting to yourself spiritually, growing, evolving, and of connecting to your twin flame. and making progress on the journey. So that's an interesting vibe here. Now in the extended, we are going to take a look at how these energies play out for the divine feminine and masculine specifically. I hope you will join me there. If not, I'm sending you my highest vibes of unconditional love and support, and we'll be seeing you soon, okay? Bye!